Plug your stuff. Plug your plug your
But
channels.
I'm the
Plug all your stuff.
horrible at this. Maybe you can help me with this. We need Maven. He's a better marketer than I am. Well, I still have Stevie Richards Fitness, and I actually this morning filmed a full updated review because a lot of these fitness equipment companies, it's expensive stuff. So in this economy, I definitely want updated reviews. I've had the Force USA G15 Pro all-in-one trainer for almost 2 years now. So I'm giving updated reviews on how it's working. And also I'm offering now workouts for free because, like I said, everybody's money is tight right now in 2023. So I'm trying to give more value, more free stuff on the YouTube channel. But the thing that's really blown up over the past couple months has been the Stevie Richards Wrestling Analysis channel, as well as the Patreon. I've got like 130 Patreons right now as we speak, and it's growing every day. So my thing with the wrestling analysis, are you a football fan?
I watch. I'm not hardcore, but I watch.
You watch like I watch Red Zone. I enjoy watching all the games and stuff like that and just sitting back. But I've always been a big fan of John Madden. I've always
Hmm.
been a big fan of his presentation. I've always, if I was going to be a commentator in wrestling, I wanted to have that John Madden excitement and flair and just that guy sitting on the couch type thing. But the telestrator was something so far ahead of its time. And that's something for years and years and years that I wanted to bring to pro wrestling. And with the smart board and with my technical knowledge, which I was blessed with over the years to be able to learn how to do that stuff, that's what the channel is basically pointing out the fundamentals, the ergonomics, the technical aspects of it, and then adding in psychology and what went wrong. And my favorite part of it is to point out the most underrated talents in wrestling history, the unsung heroes, the Barry Horowitzes, the Dustin Rhodes. I'm producing and starting to film the Victoria one, where I make the case for her to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Those are the ones I want to bring attention and credibility. You, Taris, other people that have never gotten their flowers in wrestling. I want to point out people that have never gotten the credit and bring more of a positive, credible aspect to the entire business. And I hope I do that. I know I point out stuff like the Nia Jax video where everything was done wrong from a booking standpoint. She could have hurt somebody. But I also feel like that content needs to be said and needs to be published because younger wrestlers will hopefully learn the lesson and become better workers. And let me ask you this. I've had many, many independent wrestlers reach out to me and even wrestlers on TV that want coaching. So I've considered adding a coaching Patreon tier where I take a half hour, watch a match with a talent, and I break it down and we go through it and they get to keep a copy of the videos so they can kind of become better workers. Do you think there's going to be a market for that?
I always say that stuff like that, like giving your match, having someone like you said earlier in the video that it's not so much as what you did right. I don't want to hear I did a nice flip. I want to hear my lockup looked like shit. I want to hear when I
That
grabbed my
video is
arm.
coming up, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm doing the basics of wrestling as a playlist, and the
yeah,
first one is a lockup and how
yeah,
much goes into. And
yes,
if you don't do a good lockup, you've literally lost the crowd. If the lockup's
yes.
not good, they're disconnected. I don't want to cut you off, but that is the most
No,
important
yeah,
part of any
yeah,
wrestling match is the
yeah.
lockup. It's where you make people believe or disbelieve. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, or I remember I was working an arm and my footing was wrong. Like that's what people need to know. I think that anybody who has a chance to sit down with you and have them look over and dissect, and because you're so good at articulating points and getting granular, and yeah, I think that would be amazing.
Well,
100%.
thank you. Even if I just help one wrestler, number one, be safe and not get
Mhm.
injured or not injure anybody else, much less that'll make you better just by that. But if that's all I do, then I really do leave a really good legacy after the business.